Alright, so let's talk about the current status of GTA 6. Now, as of right now, there have not been any confirmed delays about the game. Rockstar Games said in 2024 that the current release date timeline is the fall of 2025, which is towards the later half of this year, and there have not been any delay announcements even when asked directly over the past couple of months to the Rockstar Games CEO during certain investor calls. So based on what we know so far, the game is still on track and there have not been any delays. The big question right now is why haven't there been more trailers about the game? Now this question hasn't been answered officially, so it is strictly up to speculation, and my personal speculation is that Rockstar Games is very concerned about overhyping the game. Over the past couple of years, we have seen so many AAA titles that have been overhyped with marketing to the point where when the game comes out, no matter how good it is, people are upset. Rockstar Games has of course seen this happen, and they don't want to repeat the same mistake themselves. So in my opinion, they're trying to hold off on making the hype for the game really large, especially before its release, and instead they're planning to do a more short marketing blitz for pre-orders a little bit closer to the actual release date. If they were to release trailers very early, that would of course continue increasing hype for the game, which quite honestly they really don't need. People are already excited about GTA 6, and really the only purpose of the trailers would be to give people a little bit of a better look of what they can expect from the game. So I do believe that there will be more trailers sometime this year, possibly in the first quarter of this year, including a trailer 2. We're likely going to get a gameplay video as well in the next couple of months that gives us a first-hand perspective of what it's like to play GTA 6. And then I do assume that Rockstar Games will do a more short advertising blitz across social media, on television, maybe a few billboards, advertising GTA 6 before its release. One of the most notable examples of over-marketing and overhyping was, of course, Cyberpunk 2077. That game had so much advertising, so many trailers, so much marketing, and when it came out, nobody really liked it. So I do believe that GTA 6 is still on track for the fall of this year in terms of the release date. And I do understand that people are frustrated that they just want to get a better look at the game, and they're still planning to get it, but they want to know what it's going to look like and what it's going to be like compared to GTA 5. So hopefully we do get a trailer 2 soon, and then the gameplay video shortly thereafter, but in my opinion, Rockstar Games is just trying to lay a little bit low because quite honestly, the game is so far along, even if they wanted to make a second trailer, they could do that very easily. So in my opinion, this is more of a strategic decision rather than something that is causing the game to be delayed or something that they can't show to the public yet because it's not finished. GTA 6, based on what we know so far, is pretty much complete, and the main things that are being worked on right now are just polishing the game off, working on any major bugs or glitches, and just kind of wrapping everything together in one piece. So we should be getting our hands on trailer 2 sometime in the next couple of months, then a gameplay video along with some advertising in the next, I'd say, 4 to 6 months, and then later this year, we will of course get the actual release date for GTA 6. In terms of pre-orders, I do expect them to begin alongside trailer 2, which again should be releasing within the next couple of months, so make sure to keep an eye out for that, but that is pretty much everything that we know at the moment. I do recommend keeping an eye on the Rockstar Games social media and the Rockstar Games newswire for the latest news surrounding GTA 6, so keep an eye on those and also bookmark those websites in your browser, and of course feel free to subscribe down below to stay updated on the latest news surrounding GTA 6. But I want to hear from all of you in those comments down below. Do you think that this is indeed a strategic decision and Rockstar doesn't want to overhype the game, or do you think there is another reason for this, and if so, what do you think it is?
In today's video, we're going to be going over 25 tiny details and cool differences that you missed in the new version of the GTA 6 trailer. And what I mean by new version is actually a higher quality version of the GTA 6 trailer that was uploaded by Rockstar on the Chinese social media app Bilibili that was recently discovered by the community. And essentially what this allows us to do is look at some details in this version that weren't visible due to YouTube's compression, which is currently the only place the GTA 6 trailer has been uploaded by Rockstar other than this Chinese social media site, Bilibili. So I want to begin with this shot right here. This is Jason and Lucia walking outside of the convenience store that they just robbed. On top here, you can see the compressed version of YouTube, and on the bottom, you can actually see the less compressed version on Bilibili. And we see a lot of details on Lucia's face, specifically on her forehead. You can see tiny little lines, as well as what looks to be small little bumps, more details on her eyes and eyebrows, and certainly more details on the bandana that she's wearing. And this really just goes to show you that there's a lot hidden in the GTA 6 trailer that YouTube is kind of hiding from us. And this doesn't really show us a lot other than just some cool little details. But as we go on even further, I think you'll be able to see just how detailed Rockstar intended these characters to be. Like, for example, we can actually see more details on Lucia's face here. This is the scene in the motel when she's asking Jason to trust her. And you can see there a lot more details can be seen on her face, whether it be tiny freckles or almost even blush that can be seen on her cheeks, even down to the strands of hair. This can also be seen in this shot right here as Jason and Lucia are escaping the law, and on the top, the YouTube version, and on the bottom, you can see way more details on Lucia's face, her bandana, even the car itself. Look at the sort of stretch marks of the leather on the seat on the right-hand side. Those are some pretty cool details right there from Rockstar that were missed on the YouTube version. But we can also see that on our other main character, Jason. We can also see more detailed skin and hair on Jason. And this shot right here, again, taking us back to the motel, you can see just how much detail there is on his beard. You can also see his facial scarring as well as the wrinkles on his forehead. And we can even get a clearer shot that his ears have been pierced twice, which is kind of interesting. Goes to show you that there might be a lot of character customization on Jason as well. And in this shot right here, again, escaping the law with Lucia, again, you can see just how detailed his beard is, as well as the tiny little features on his face, whether it be scars or whether it be freckles or whether it just be tiny little things like the shape of his nose. All things we're getting in a little bit more clear detail. Moving on, thanks to this higher quality, we can also see more NPCs in detail. Like in this shot right here, they can actually be seen hanging out on the balcony, which does show sort of the scale of these buildings. At first, this is something that I completely missed, but in this higher quality shot, you can see that there are NPCs chatting with each other and even leaning on the rails, which is kind of cool. And they can also be seen sitting on cars in this overhead shot right here, which hasn't really been seen in the GTA series before. This is at the car show, and it kind of makes you wonder if that's something we'll see throughout the entire world of Vice City and the state of Leonida. A few more interesting details. You can also see some stretch marks on this NPC's thighs when we get to the beach scene. This was something that wasn't visible thanks to the YouTube compression, but when it was uploaded on Bilibili, it can be seen in a lot more detail. Same with the tattoo as well that can be seen on her right upper thigh. So lots of details like that. Again, we roughly know what's going on in this scene, but it's just those tiny little details that are uncovered. Speaking of tiny little details that are uncovered, this billboard that can be seen as Jason and Lucia are escaping, it's for a drug called Angstapan, and their tagline is "It cures emotions," but there's also some tiny font at the bottom that can't really be seen until now. It says patients 18 through 65 should use with extreme caution. Sudden urge to think your life could be threatening. Call your doctor if your erection lasts more than 4 hours. Obviously, Rockstar making fun of not only the pharmaceutical industry, but those commercials you see on TV and whatnot that have crazy warnings and everything like that. So it's pretty funny. Again, some great details that we're able to see there. In one of the first couple of clips in the trailer, we're able to spot a lot as Lucia's in jail. Like, for example, one of the things we're able to spot is the hair on her arms. That just simply wasn't visible in the YouTube trailer, but now is on the one that's been uploaded to Bilibili. Again, just the level of detail that Rockstar's put into these characters is absolutely insane. We can also see that Lucia and Stephanie's hair is a whole lot less blurry and more detailed, with each strand being more visible in both of the shots.